Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This again is Psychic Medium Raymond Guzman. I hope everybody is doing well. I know a lot of you've been asking, Ray, when are you going to start doing celebrity readings? And honey, I am back. I am back doing celebrity readings. Today we are going to be doing the sizzling Robert Pattinson. I hope I spelled his name right on here. But he is an English actor, and many of you may know him very well from his role in Twilight, in the Twilight series, right? And he has been in and out of the spotlight. He's 34 years old. He is a Taurus, I do believe, and his full name is Robert Douglas Thomas Pattinson. So I think I misspelled it on here, but I'm going to fix this when I edit it. But if I don't come for me in the comment section. But like I said, he's best known for the Twilight, but he's done a lot of other movies, including The Batman, which is in production, I believe, or it's wrapped up. It's coming out in 2022, if I'm not mistaken. But let's go ahead and get into the psychic reading. It is rumored that that he is dating Suki Waterhouse since mid 2018. So I'm going to be touching on that as well. I think it's very, very important at this time. So the first thing that I get here is that he is working very hard. I feel like even though the pandemic hit, and whether or not he caught corona, whatnot, I do feel like he's still very much in work mode from behind the scenes, like a lot of calls. There may be some work picking up, now that we get into 2021. Interestingly enough, Spirit wants to bring me to his relationship with Suki, and also their love life. It's rumored that they are engaged, and I honestly feel like there could be some truth behind that. Not necessarily engaged, but it could be leading up to that. When I look at Suki, I actually like her for Robert. I feel like she's really good, a really sweet girl. I feel like she has a level head on her shoulders. She is 28 years old, so she is much younger than him. Um, and I do feel like she's driven to succeed. I don't feel like she's using him for his money or has any personal agenda other than maybe like true feelings for him. The thing here with him, I'm not going to sit here and say that he is necessarily a player, but I do feel like he could mess up things, even though he is very much, wanting to start a family. He's wanting to lay down some roots and some foundations, and this is good for him. His energy is that of like not being sure of what he wants, and on the subconscious, on this inner psyche, I feel like there's this pullback. So it's like 2 steps forward and 2 steps back, and the idea of commitment, long-term commitment, may frighten him because they still feel like he's still in this bachelor phase. And this is the thing, a lot of men out there that are listening to this, or women that are listening to this, that are engaged with someone who hasn't set a date, or you've been engaged for years, or you've been dating someone, but they don't want to pop the question. The idea of marriage right now in the world that we live in, it's a very interesting topic, because I feel like a lot of people, and the majority of them, don't see, well, I won't say the majority, but half of the world probably doesn't see marriage as something that's necessary to be with someone as long as you love them. But I think every person out there deserves to be loved, and every person out there deserves to have a partner. And I do feel like ideally, Suki could become pregnant if she's not careful within the next 2 years, anywhere between now and 2 years from now. So it could happen like soon, like, snap of the fingers. But I do feel like there's a lot of encouragement. His family is very good. Her family is very good. I feel like they both want them to be happy in so many ways. And I do feel like they're creating memories that I feel like when he's around her, he's very, what's the word I'm looking for? Very much in tune with this inner child. And I feel like her inner child kind of emerges. And I do feel like this is going to be a relationship that they are getting very serious into. That's the momentum. Very, very serious for Robert and for Suki. But I also feel like, they are looking at all their options and how this would fit in, how they're both of their worlds would mesh together. Because I do feel like he has more star presence. Not to talk bad about Suki at all, because she's wonderful, but I feel like he has more of the star power, right? Star quality. And the thing with that world, like I said, is a lot of women take notice. And even though he may try to tune out the static, there's always temptations. And there always is that, can I trust this person that I'm with? And that's what I feel like the questions that are coming to mind with her. So I do feel like on some level, even though she's not worried about, she does trust him for the most part. I do feel like once they would be together in a committed relationship, this is going to be where we're going to start seeing some of the insecurities seeping out and coming out to the forefront. And I do feel like I said, there is this back and forth in his mind that he doesn't want to be tied into a situation. I also feel like there is some struggles professionally that he's going on, even though he's still very relevant. He's, a great actor. And I think a musician too. He's dabbled in that too, if I'm not mistaken. But he has a lot of different things that he wants to do. But I feel like he's trapped, and it could be the whole pandemic. That's what I could be picking up on, where is this feeling of being trapped and not being more productive or more active. But I feel like this downtime, if he's had some, like all the actors in Hollywood and whatnot, this is a good time for him to really reevaluate his life, where it's going, what he really wants. But I feel like for him, the next couple of years, and specifically the next 6 months, it feels almost like he's climbing a hill, right? Trying to get to the other side. I do feel like there's a lot of other, competition out there. So there could be a role that he is interested in and that maybe he is casted for, but it's not the lead role that he is going to be given for this. I don't know exactly like what this means, but I kind of feel like that is the possible way too. I also feel like he's going through personal transformations as we speak right now. So he has to watch different things about his moods, his coping mechanisms, if I can say that. I feel like there are stress factors, and I do feel like even though he tries to stay grounded for the most part, there is like a negative energy or negative cloud that kind of can latch onto him, and this would come in the fact that there are other women out there that desire to be with him, but he has no desire to be with them, but they are pulling onto this relationship, and their energy is kind of attacking him. So for him, like black tourmaline or obsidian would be great crystals to work with or to carry in his pocket to kind of tune and shield out all this negative energy. But I also feel like he goes through mood swings. So I'm not saying he's bipolar at all, because again, I can't diagnose anyone. This is allegedly, but I do feel on some level that there is some type of imbalance when it comes to his energy. And so one of the things that he's going to have to work on throughout his life is making sure that he doesn't take out his mood, or his doesn't take out any aggression onto the ones that he loves or people that are very close in his inner circle when he is not having a good energy, right? Or a good not feeling good energetically speaking, because I feel like there's again a lot of factors that come to mind. He's very confident on the outside, but I do feel he's very critical of his looks and stuff. And so I don't know if he's kind of like a neat freak when it comes to like his clothes, to stuff like that, or things around him. But I kind of feel like there's this need to always be tidy, even though he may have moments where he lets loose and is okay with mess, right? Something is happening in his family. I don't know his family. I don't know what's going on, but there is something in the home life that could be happening, that could be hitting very close to him. This could be someone falling ill, or maybe perhaps someone, having a bickering. There's a bickering within the family, or a big argument. Something that he doesn't really focus on, because I feel like he's kind of pulled away from his family in some ways. But he does definitely need to go back into the family and start working on rebuilding or helping heal those wounds, because there are things that come up in this reading about his family is what I see. And then again, for him, like I said, making sure that he is focusing on all the areas of his life that feel kind of unbalanced right now, because they can get the best of him. They can cause him to lose sight of the bigger picture of the things that he has coming to him, because he has a lot of good things coming to him. I also feel like there is going to be like I get like a mother figure or someone that's much older that is kind of giving him the push, giving him the advice to motivate him in some ways. But he's very stubborn in so many ways, and he doesn't want to budge. Like I see, he is just very um, set in his own ways. But I do feel ultimately that there is some changes coming for him. Um, and I do feel like he needs to rest. He definitely needs to take some time to smell the roses, to, feel more connected with what, who he is as a person, and not be in work mode all the time. But, getting that through to him, it could be very, very difficult because, again, he's very dedicated. Um, and I don't know where he stands spiritually, but I do feel like there is this intuition that he carries, and it's something that's going to develop over time. It will develop over time, but he has to work through all of that. And then I feel like again he enters into a period here where it's like he's exhausted, just exhausted and drained. So when it comes to his health, I can't diagnose, but I honestly feel like if he's not careful, he could end up, suffering from exhaustion or some kind of other physical ailment that would come out in the news eventually. But like I said, he's very driven, very going forward. He has a lot of spiritual protection. I feel like he has the star power to continue, and he has that the tenacity to keep going, and also the staying power, right? The longevity that a lot of actors seek in Hollywood or seek in the entertainment industry. He has that. So overall, like I see good things for him, but I also feel like it's his personal life and his own moods that he has to work on, and it's something that he can definitely achieve in this lifetime. But this was a psychic reading on Robert Pattinson. So thank you again. Many blessings and love and light. Again, if you have any other suggestions of people you want me to read, leave a comment in the comment section below. Love and light. Bye.